Hi, I'm Jen. I'm a professional home organizer and owner of a small business called the Simply Sorted Home here in Kirkland. We've been cooped up in our homes for a while now and have a ways to go. And I'm sure everyone's been doing really well at maintaining a healthy body, but I also wanted to share some ways to keep a healthy mind during these unprecedented times. One of the biggest sources of mental stress is your physical environment. And so organizing your home and decluttering it is a fantastic way to bring some calm and restore a sense of peace in your day to day. So I'm going to spend a few minutes to show you a few quick, easy ways to basically tame some of the chaos that you might be seeing in your house. So whether you only have a couple minutes of breathing time a day or you have ample time on your hands, these should be great projects to get you started. So when it comes to trying to figure out which space to start with, I always try to focus on two things. One, keeping it small so that you can build up gradually into more intensive projects, but also start with places that you use every day. So places like your bathroom, your kitchen, your closets, bathroom drawers. And so what I always like to do here is take everything out of your drawer, categorize it into piles. So all of your makeup together, all of your hair supplies together, and then focus on one drawer that is your key day-to-day products. So here it's a simplified version of, a hairbrush, just some hair oils and creams, your deodorants, any hair things that you use, and then a very simple everyday makeup grouping. This will make getting ready for the day just so much easier. You're not going to be wrangling through dozens of different eyeshadows. Keep it to your colors that you use 95% of the time. And same with everything else. Put them in little compartments like these. They're fantastic. You can lift them out if you are so inclined, or really just give every category of items a home. Understandably, right now, you're probably not going to be able to get all of these products delivered to you in a timely fashion. Order it on Amazon, and in the interim, use things that you might have around your house. It could be Tupperware containers that you're not using every day. It could be cutting out empty Kleenex boxes or cereal boxes, anything that just gives you a compartmentalized look so that grabbing everything that you need is just that much easier. When it comes to bedroom closets, this is the beast of all organizing projects. So if you have an entire day or 2 or 3 to dedicate to it, phenomenal. If you're someone who is scrambling just to use 15 minutes of their free time for this type of thing, do it in chunks. Actually, that's probably words of advice for everyone at this point. Take one category of clothing out from your closet. So one example might be just take your tank tops, bring them on the bed, and look at them with, a real discerning eye. Ask yourself the hard-hitting questions. Do you love it? Do you need it? And the big clincher is like, would you fight to keep it? So if you and a partner were struggling on space, would you fight to keep it? Is it worth that debate? And do you have passion for that particular item? If you don't, toss it. If you do, put it back in. Perfectly said and done. The next day, take out your t-shirts. The next day, your sweaters. The next day, your business wear. The next day, your lounge wear. And just go through it all very methodically, asking those same hard-hitting questions. Once you know everything that you want to keep, this is where it gets fun. Bring those categories of clothes back into your closet, but keep them in their specific categories. So here you'll see tank tops are grouped together, followed by t-shirts. On the upper rows, you have all of your long sleeve shirts and sweaters. Your cardigans are grouped together, button downs, you get the drill, all of your dresses. If you want to take it up a few notches, color coordinate it. So you'll see here, we could try to follow the colors of the rainbow. So we start with red, go into yellows and oranges and what have you, and do that for every category. It's actually proven that the colors of the rainbow actually are more, not only pleasing to the eye, but more calming. And to save space as well, anything that's out of season, so there, in our case right now, there might be swimwear and shorts and tank tops that you really love but only wear in the summertime. Put them up above, put them in pretty baskets, again, just to spark some joy. And once the seasons change, swap the clothes out for sweaters, for example. But if you follow those little tips, you're gonna feel a whole lot calmer when you enter your closet every day. And you'll know you did this really well if you step in to find something to wear and you're happy with all of the choices that you have in front of you. Another very common source of clutter and stress are your dresser drawers. So time and time again, I see the best of intentions where a family folds their clothes nicely in their drawers. But all it takes is that, that one single day where you're looking for that one particular shirt and you rifle through your piles and everything's in disarray. So if you're finding yourself in one of those situations, or if you're someone who just tosses it in the drawer and forgets about it until they need to take something out, a solution that might work for you is file folding. And let me show you what that is all about. Here is a dresser drawer, obviously, with rows of t-shirts, and these are all file folded, and what that gives you is each shirt is basically folded vertically, so you know exactly which shirts are in which rows, and especially for printed t-shirts like something like this, you would know exactly where your Star Wars shirt is, or whatever shirt you happen to be looking for. Doing this is actually really easy, and it follows basically a rule of thirds, and let me show you what I mean by that. So here is a very simple toddler t-shirt, and like I said, we follow a rule of thirds. So basically you would fold it into the middle, plop it down, and you're gonna roll from the bottom up. So roll up 1/3, roll up one more third, and then roll the top. And so you'd be left with something that looks just like this. With the neck pointing downwards, and you would just put it back into your dresser drawer. And then that same rule basically applies for t-shirts, for long sleeve shirts, even for pants. So here's, again, a pair of toddler pants. Fold it lengthwise, and then again, rule of thirds. So from the bottom up, roll 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 again. And again, with the waistband pointed downwards, you would put it back into your dresser drawer. And again, this applies for any type of t-shirt, even adult shirts, which are great. You can also apply this to your linens as well. So dishcloths, space cloths that are in drawers work perfectly well. So apply the same concept basically anywhere in your house, from your bedroom to your kitchen as well. Also worth noting are these drawer dividers, and I love these because one, they give you lanes for all of your items of clothing, but it also stops the clothes from rolling over and piling on to the next row of clothing. So these are really great. These ones in particular pop up. They retract to fit almost any size drawer, and then you can lock them into place, and they're really sturdy. Obviously, you'll probably have some difficulty getting these right now. I think Amazon shipping time is roughly 3 to 4 weeks. But in the meantime, you can do a lot of makeshift products. So I wanted to show you what I did right here. And this is quite literally a cereal box that I cut. And it's a perfect way to just house some larger size t-shirts anyway, until Amazon is back to their regular delivery times. So I hope that these little tips for your bathrooms and your closets and your dresser drawers work to help restore a little bit of calm, a little bit of peace back into your day-to-day. Give it a go. If you have questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Again, I'm Jen at The Simply Sorted Home, and I wish you a healthy and peaceful few weeks as you stay at home with your family.